and welcome to the very first episode of From Mammal to Channel. I think I want to start with explaining the title. And it's a good thing that it makes me laugh because that's what I wanted. But I had actually second thoughts about the title. I'm aware that it's a little strange and maybe not so clear. But that's good. That's actually good. Um, yeah, because I definitely wanted a title and the whole podcast to be, not so serious, more fun. Not, I knew, it's a spiritual podcast. So, to make that clear, and you know, some people in the spiritual community have a tendency to be a little really serious, maybe almost dogmatic, to things in a like a sacred way, or are quite what some people call woo-woo. What I'm also really woo-woo a lot of times, but for this podcast, I wanted it to be more like casual, fun, not too serious, and but still spiritual and insightful. So the title, From Mammal to Channel, um, yeah, I hope that reflects the journey from starting off from a lower level of consciousness and evolving into a higher level of consciousness. So channel, and the channel, I don't mean only a professional channel. So I'm a channel. Um, my best friend is a channel. A lot of other people I know are channels, and who are probably watching this mainly because they are such kind friends. But I really, with channel, I mean a way of living life. So my channeling teacher always said channeling is a way of living life with an open heart, living life from the heart, allowing the heart to lead. And to me, the heart also is the portal, the thing which we can connect to this much greater reality, the non-physical reality, the let's say entities that we cannot perceive with our five human senses. And so living from the heart, living with an open heart, connected with the heart, really is a way of living connected to truth. And with truth, I mean things that are in alignment with our true self. And that's actually something that you can really feel in your body. I always call that the truth detector, your own body. But that's probably a topic for the next episode. And yeah, that's what I mean with the channel part of the title. So simply embodying a higher level of consciousness. And on the opposite thing of that, so a lower level of consciousness would be the mammal state of consciousness. I actually just wanted to have something that rhymes to channel, so I came up with mammal. I really mean animal, and with that I mean a lower state of consciousness. And I want to make something very clear. I don't mean that animals are somehow inferior to us. On the opposite, I love animals, and they are at least equal to us, if not superior. And I really believe that they incarnate here with us. I was looking to this side because there are my two beautiful, amazing, sweet dogs. So I think animals incarnate here with us on the earth, to help us, actually, to give us opportunities to love unconditional, to learn unconditional love. And that's probably yet another topic for another episode. But yeah, so I don't mean that animals are superior, inferior to us, by saying a lower level of consciousness is an animal state of consciousness. I mean, if you have a look at my logo that I've created, well, I'm quite proud about that. You can see an ox and a person standing there and directing the ox to do something, and I labeled that person ego. So what I mean with that kind of state of consciousness is being very much caught in the ego. And the ego is pretty much the opposite of your true self. And yeah, I'm thinking about an ox that that is put on a field, and attached to a plow, and he just keeps plowing the field as long as the human makes it do that. Or when you think about a hamster in a wheel, and it just keeps running and running without getting nowhere. And that's what I had in my mind when I invented the title. So I definitely was there on that kind of on that level of consciousness just a few years ago, filled with belief systems that are purely coming from ego, and a lot of things that I've never questioned. And yeah, that's pretty much what happens when you evolve from a lower level of consciousness to a higher level of consciousness. You start questioning these things, your beliefs, and you have a closer look at them, and you feel into them, and you discover whether they are in alignment with your true self, whether they feel like good, warm, soft, freeing, supportive, or if they feel limiting, sad, angry, these more negative kind of feelings. And when you discover that there are some beliefs that aren't really in alignment with your true self, it's mostly quite easy to dissolve them. Often happens automatically. Sometimes if there's really something big, some strongly integrated beliefs that we might have had like our whole life, sometimes it's not so easy to resolve them, but it's always possible, always. And I actually originally planned to talk about my own journey from mammal to channel, but then I realized it would be much easier to have somebody interview me about it, so that it's maybe more structured. And so that's my new plan, to find somebody who's willing to do that. Katie, if you're watching this, I have you in mind. And so I also planning to have guests here on the podcast that I'm going to interview about their journey from mammal to channel. And there will also be episodes where I'm just talking about different kind of topics, things that I'm looking back on my journey find important and life-changing. Maybe other things that just come up throughout my day, maybe, that are I forgot the word. important to me, and other things maybe that come up in conversations with others. And yeah, so I believe there is no lack of topics for this podcast. And all people who know me know that I love talking. I'm unstoppable when I start. You really have to interrupt me and say stop. And I especially enjoy and love talking about spiritual things, and that's why I decided to do this. So even if nobody is watching this ever, it doesn't matter because I'm just enjoying this so much. Have the opportunity to just sit here and talk about these things and share, all these beautiful insights and all the wisdom that I connected to over the last 3 years. It is, by the way, it's been 3 years, almost exactly 3 years now in October, that my spiritual journey started. And just quickly, the more detailed version will come in another episode, as I already told you. I was really, really much into my left brain side, which is the logical thinking side of the brain. And I wasn't spiritual at all. I did not grow up with any spiritual beliefs. I did not have contact with any people who were spiritual, or really had simply I didn't have it in my life. And that changed completely. There was really a 180-degree turnaround, and I loved this. It was a really, really, truly magical and amazing journey so far. I met so beautiful people. I met my best friend, and it's really a new life. And I really, really wish that from the bottom of my heart. I wish that for every person here on earth, for everyone, that they can have the same. And it's absolutely possible for everyone, absolutely. And I hope, so that's my intention. If somebody is watching this, I hope I can help to inspire something that is for sure, not for sure, it is, definitely is like this, is already within you. And so it's really just about, it's really more remembering who we really are than anything else. It's just little getting rid of ego influence and rediscovering what is here. And by the way, I know there are some people out there who see ego as the worst enemy that has to be destroyed. I don't think about that this way. I believe it's just a group consciousness and beliefs that have been created from that. And we simply can decide if we want to believe these things, if we want to buy into these things, if we want these things, if we want to allow these things to control our lives or not. And this is simply about becoming aware of our thoughts and questioning our beliefs. And so I always say ego is just offering to show us what we are not. It's through the contrast that we can really learn and feel and understand who and what we really are. And with that, I think I'm going to finish this first episode. Let me just quickly think if there's something else that I wanted to say and did not say. Yeah, spirit, of course. Since I'm a channel, I'm quite connected with the spirit world. So spirit is just reminding me that they are in this as well. So I am for sure going to do a classic channeling at some point, and at other points I will do something that is called talk channeling. That is sharing what Spirit is sharing with me, with what Spirit is putting into my mind and my heart, with you, with my eyes open, and it will be just like this. You probably won't really notice a difference. The only difference is that they are much wiser than me. So that's how you can notice it. So, but I think this is really it for this first episode. I hope it is clear now what I mean with the title. And I'm excited to continue with this. Have a beautiful, magical day with many channeling moments. See you next time.